Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Welcome into Don Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. I'm doing well, thank you. Today's message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Gemini. If you have those placements, this message is definitely made for you. Typically, I always say, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. However, in this situation, Spirit has told me these messages are for everyone, and these are specifically for you. So even though it might not resonate in the moment, tuck the messages away as something may come along and allow you to recognize what Spirit was sharing with you at this time for a future date. Okay. So additionally, what I would like to share is if you're brand new to my channel, I do live readings. You are invited to come in and ask a question. I do schedule those. I try to give you as much time to be aware of when I'm going to go live. I know that everybody is all over the world, so it's all about the timing, right? I try to give you as much time as I can. I try to do at least 12 hours if I can. Uh, I am going live tonight. So I did post that yesterday so that people would be aware that I was going live tonight. So you might want to subscribe to my channel so you are notified when I drop that content. And I would absolutely love it if you would join our family. Okay, so today I've got 4 specific questions that I am going to be looking at for you. This guidance was given to me by my higher self as I sat down and I was looking at 2 different types of options as a path forward for my next round of readings. And this is the one that surfaced to the top. So I'm just going to start laying out your cards and then I'm going to explain to you what this all means after I complete that part of my task here. And then I'll explain to you what everything means. So if you wouldn't mind at this point, would you please give me a thumbs up? If we do that right off the bat, then that really helps the algorithms and all that other fun stuff. Okay, so my air signs are all about those swords. So we have the 6 of Swords, we have the 7 of Swords. And that's pretty much it for that swords energy. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pull 2 cards from the 4 agreements, 2 cards, messages from the universe. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to take myself off camera while I do this portion of your reading so we can just concentrate on your cards, okay? And I will be back at the end. Again, give me a thumbs up if you have not already done so. All right, so my columns are running up and down. And my first column is our first question, which is what limiting beliefs are holding you back from reaching your full potential? We start off with the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords does represent your Gemini energy, right? Because the swords is air. This card right here is moving from choppy, toxic situations into more calmer situations, right? This card is representative of really moving out of toxicity, really defining that toxicity for yourself. Where does it reside? Who is it that is bringing that toxicity to you? Are you allowing yourself to be in toxic situations? What are you learning from those toxic situations, right? And really, what this is saying is you're really making progress. You are moving forward. There will be people along your path that are going to come in when you least expect it to help you define and implement and clarify and do all the things that you need them to do as helpers for you. 6s are about persevering, keep moving forward. You are making progress. Just keep going, right? Now, the Four of Pentacles for me is this card of hanging on to things a little bit too tightly. Pentacles do represent your physical things in life. So this would be your wealth, your health, your career, your possessions, all those things. That is typically what this card is representative of. The fours represent looking for stability and balance. So some of you may be in a state of depression. Some of you may be feeling a little bit stagnant, like you're not making any progress, you're not moving forward, and you're just kind of hanging on to things a little bit too tightly. As you can see, she does have her pocketbook, her purse, whatever you call it, because it's called something different all over the world, but I call it a pocketbook. She's got her pocketbook, which got all of her money in it. And what is she doing? She's hanging on to it with both hands, and she has it right in front of her heart. So I feel as though many of you may be just struggling with your day to day. Many of you may just be trying to get through each of those days, and you are just happy that you can, right? That you can make it through. At the same time, there needs to be a flow, there needs to be a give and take, especially in your financial situations, because what this is representing is that she's kind of hanging on too tightly. She's afraid, she has a little bit of fear that that money is not going to come back to her. So she's being very cautious about what she wants to do with that money. However, what we are talking about here is about you reaching your full potential. So what that says is you need to let go of some things and trust. You need to let go of some things and allow that flow to take you where you need to go. So it's kind of like get into your little rowboat, get into the middle of the water, and just allow your boat to cruise a little bit. I think that would really be helpful for you. Now, the Eight of Pentacles are for those people who really like to understand the whys, the whats, all of the details as to their progress. Eights are all about overcoming the obstacles and, just keep moving forward. But this card for me is she is really putting in a lot of focus. Now, typically with that Eight of Pentacles, it's talking about very succinct focus. Some of you may really be doing due diligence. You might be looking at various different practices that interest you. You might be going back to school. This card is about education. This card is about expansion. This is a card about investing in yourself. And what I do want to share is what has been coming through with these readings is that people do need to make the time. So even if you are busy and you've got a busy life and you've got a busy job and you've got a busy family, you still have to carve out time for God. Right now, many of us growing up that went to church on Sundays, we thought about God on Sunday and we did whatever we did during the week. And then we would go to church, ask for forgiveness for our sins, whatever the case may be. And that was the extent of our Sunday. It might be a happy day because maybe we were all together as a family, sharing, that communion with God. But at the same time, I feel as though a lot of people are really questioning whether or not that energy is still working to the optimal for you, right? That kind of an energy. So for me, I feel as though just keep moving ahead. I feel as though for those of you that are searching for different types of things that are going to really fill up your emotional cup, fill up your connection to your God source, is definitely by doing the work, right? You got to do the work. Your second column comes in here, Gemini, as what spiritual lessons are you currently experiencing? Now, some of you are just charismatic, you're excited, you are on fire, you're motivated, you've got a lot of passion, you've got creativity in your favor. Pages are about a new a path or a new direction that you could be going. And as you can see, she's all fired up. Like she's happy, she's joyful. She is bringing in all of this energy for herself in a very playful way. Typically, pages are usually younger people, people that don't have as much life experience. But at the same time, there is that refreshing newness to their exploration because everything is so new for them. So, really, what Spirit is saying for you, Gemini, is explore these options, explore these different avenues of spirituality, whatever it means to you, whether it's, organized religion, whether it's just sitting down and just bringing in your own higher information, whatever it is, it's saying be playful with it. If you can be playful with this and allow yourself to have fun with it, it is going to be a lot more enjoyable for you than looking at it as a chore, or looking at it as, oh, I got to do this now, or oh, I got to sit down and meditate, or oh, I got to, whatever. It's just saying, look at it from a completely fun, and have as much interaction, do that grounding work, right? So that you can bring in a lot more of that joy. Now, some of you are facing this energy of the Seven of Swords. Now, I'm going to say, Gemini, that you are not the only sign that got this card. For me, this is that card of lying, cheating, stealing. This is also my stealthy card. This is looking at things from a position of strategy as well. So you might have to strategize in how you are going to make everything work in your life in terms of finding that balance between your spiritual and your physical life. But at the same time, what this card has been coming in representing is the lying, cheating, stealing that we are seeing all around us. So much more information has been surfacing in terms of our governments, in terms of our politicians, in terms of our educational system, in terms of our medical system, in terms of, the tax system, every system that is, governmental, and in other systems as well. We are finding that we have been lied to, we've been cheated, and they have stolen our money, all of that stuff. And I am finding, and it's even indicative here in your cards, that people are done with that. People are fed up. Those of us who are awake are fed up. We are going to stand up for ourselves. We are going to fight for ourselves. We want to bring in truth and integrity. Now, that's what the swords energy really truly is about. It's about your truth and integrity. It's about expressing with your thoughts, with your words. And that seven, of course, is really about gaining experience, utilizing existing experience, and gaining confidence. But in this situation, a lot of stuff is coming up. And because of that, people are really feeling a lot of loss. They're really questioning themselves. They're really asking, how is it that I have gotten to this stage in my life and I have never realized the depth of MK Ultra that many of us have lived through, because we've been conditioned, we've been programmed from the time we were little, as to the direction that our government was going. Oh, all of these things are so much better for you, and now we're looking at all the medical crisis that is happening because of choices made that they forced on the people. You know what I'm talking about. And this Five of Cups is definitely that energy of really feeling despondent about it. Like feeling as though, how do I pick myself up off the ground with all this knowledge? How do I regain my sense of self love and self worth? And how do I stand up for myself? And what do I do with all of this knowledge, all of this stuff that is coming out? And I feel as though many of us are experiencing some of these losses. Some of us, it's really taking us down a dark hole. With the fives, change is coming in. And again, with that Five of Cups, I do recognize and realize that many people are feeling quite lost. So, in terms of what are your spiritual lessons? I feel as though many people are waking up. And I love that. So, what I am going to share is for those Geminis who are awake, be patient, understand what it was like when you first woke up. You might have been awake for quite a while, and you started, seeing all the signs as they were being released and things were coming out about the truth. But recognize that a lot of people still have their head in the sand, still try to be as kind as you can be, and come from a place of love and understanding. Now, your third column here is definitely how can I cultivate a healthier physical, spiritual balance? So the first card comes in and it's about teamwork. Work in teams, work in groups, find people that you love, find people that have the same ideas, find people who are very solid, right? Pentacles have to do with your earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But really what this is saying is work with other people who are like-minded as you. And that is really going to really help you, because then you can have teams. You can have a buddy system where you say, oh, I'm gonna read a chapter in this book, and then I would really love to share my thoughts about it with you, and then you can help one another, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling with this Three of Pentacles. Threes are really about being creative, working together as teams, and I think that is going to go a long way. Now, the Judgment card is coming in. Judgment for me is a big awakening. Now, to me, this is your purpose card. You are allowing that. You're allowing the release of the old. You're allowing the release of your ego. You are really starting to implement and really bring in your sovereignty and recognizing your worth, your value, and you are holding yourself to a higher vibration, not because you care about what everybody else thinks. It's because you want that vibration for yourself. This is all because of your hard work, your drive. Now, the Judgment card is also my card of paying attention. Something big is coming. And it's also talking about facing fierce limitations. And it feels as though those limitations may be those things around you that are still stuck, or that you're seeing, that things are taking much longer in order to progress than what you would like. Just be patient. It will come about for you. And this is also about you being totally transparent. And I'm saying about being totally transparent and honest with yourself. What are your limitations? What is it that you're willing to do? Where are you going to create your boundaries? All of those things, right? Your last card in this row, which I absolutely love, is that you are going to find your perfect ending. It feels as though you will have a graduation, feels as though you will be taken up to that next level. The World card is just a beautiful card. It is really saying that this is a perfect ending. This is about completion. It is about new levels of consciousness. You have had that awakening aha moment, and now you are just going to be owning that sovereignty space for yourself. This is also about the end of a phase in your life, and it's a very big phase. So it could be that you are just really stepping into your knowledge, your own information, bringing down the information from your higher self, really working with the God of your heart, whatever that energy represents for you. I call it prime creator source energy. And I really feel as though you're going to be feeling whole. You're going to feel perfectly fulfilled. You are going to be feeling as though, you have very good spiritual protection around you, by the way, too, because of the circle. She's inside that circle. But overall, it looks really awesome. And I feel as though you're making great progress. So congratulations to those of you who are feeling as though You have made it through your goalpost there, and you are now enjoying some of the fruits of your labor. Now, this last column here has to do with what steps can you take to align with your life purpose. The chariot card here is definitely my energy, a fast moving energy. It is the number 7. So again, it is about gaining or utilizing existing experience. Sorry about the tongue tie there. The way that this card is really representative in the Rider-Waite deck is that my charioteer guy is completely armored up. He's ready to go to battle. He's ready for anything. He's trusting his path. He's trusting that where he needs to go, spirit is going to guide him, right? He is balancing those energies, dark and light energies, and he's allowing himself to drive through the dark, through the night, if he has to get to that daylight, to get to that brightness, right? Now, the chariot is also about achievements and advancement. It is also about a potential move for some of you, just throwing that out there. The other thing about the chariot is the chariot is about a victory. It is about following your own path. This is a very fast moving energy. And this is also about versatility in that masculine and feminine sexuality and energies there, balancing of all of that. So it looks really good. And then we have the emperor energy here. So the emperor is, and I'm feeling that I'm not really I'm feeling that what spirit is really sharing is not so much the emperor himself, not that individual. What it's sharing is the qualities and the characteristics of the card. Now, this person is very comfortable in their own skin. This person is a builder. This person is a worker. This person knows how to get things done. This person can motivate other people and get them to act. This person is an authority, really knows how to be a very strong leader. I look at this person like Donald Trump, not Donald Trump, the president, but Donald Trump, the businessman, who has his hands in a lot of different things, working on a lot of different projects at once. But with this situation, I really feel as though this energy that's coming in for you is to just really take care of yourself. This is saying that you have the qualities to be able to create abundance and wealth for yourself. And it's also talking about your creativity, your ability for expansion and growth. And I feel as though it's really talking about you moving into that leadership quality of leading by example. I just love the energy of that card. So it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, those are the energies that you are embracing. And then the last card here is another 7. So you had quite a few 7s. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3 7s? 3 7s. So 7s, multiples of 7s are just talking about fears that don't exist. So don't let those bother you. Now, the 7 of Cups, of course, is aligning with your heart. The 7 is also meant to be, this guy's kind of a dreamer. He's also not seeing quite those 7s of Cups quite clearly. So he doesn't really know what's inside any of them. And he does have a little bit of fear about that. And the thing is we are spoiled for choice. There are a lot of options for us to be able to follow in order for us to align our life with our purpose. And I feel as though what he really just needs to do is just align his heart with his gut and his mind. And I feel as though once you are open to that idea of following your highest guidance, that information will come to you and you will know exactly where to go. Okay, Gemini, it looks really good. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can read the next couple of cards for you. So again, if you have not done so, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe. Okay, so your first card is be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. Now, I'm going to say that again. That simple sentence is really, really quite deep. You don't always realize it when you're listening to something. And if you don't disagree, you're in agreement. I feel like the dark side does this to us all the time. We might not agree with what their principles or what they're trying to do are, but if nobody stands up and says no, then they feel they have karmic permission to do it. And that's exactly what this sentence is talking about. So think about this a little deeply. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. I love it, Gemini. Your second card is always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no rewards. Again, that's that taking action, right? So, of all the signs, your air sign, which is the swords, definitely do take action, fast action at that, because it can be as quick as a thought. And then fire. Fire is also a very fast moving energy as well. Us plotters, us earth energy and water take us a little bit longer to grasp some things and take action on them, but eventually we get there. Okay, messages from the universe. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. That is so true. I love you. Just saying it. Okay, I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go and the stress. So let go, it should say of the stress, and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming is going to rock your world. Woo! I love your reading, Gemini. This is awesome. I love those messages. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found something here that is really going to help you really think about some of these things a little bit more deeply. You might want to write down some of those things, maybe capture it, maybe in your phone so you can look back on it later, however it works for you. But from my heart to your heart, I am sending you a lot of love, happiness, joy, inner peace, wisdom, prosperity, should you so decide to accept it. Thank you for being here. Thumbs up to you. And until next time, take very good care of you. And I'll be with you again soon. Cheers.